welcome back to another game of Diamond Dynasty Baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator of this game. In this video, we're going to show off our new and improved play-by-play matrix chart. You can see here, this is the chart itself. It's got some explainers down here of what the dots mean. But I went through line by line yesterday and made changes to the chart, I guess 2 days ago or over the last 2 days. And so try to even things out just a little bit and make sure that the percentages are a little bit better. Hitting was obviously a little hot in the last version. So hopefully I've cooled that down just a little bit. And we do still have a 3 rated pitcher against a 1 skill pitcher. So the scores are going to be a little bit inflated just because of that. But all the pitchers in this league that I've put together, which you can see here, these are the teams. So we have the Cubs, who have a 3 skill pitcher. We have the Giants, the New York Giants. They have a 1 skill pitcher. The Dodgers have a 2 skill pitcher. And the St. Louis Cardinals have a 1 skill pitcher, Isaac Stevens, which is who we're going to see in this game. So I explained a little bit more in the previous video of the new changes on the team cards and all that kind of stuff. So if you've missed that, go see that. Don't have a ton of time this morning. We'll see if we can get through the game. We may not be able to get through the whole game. So lineups are basically the same. I have pitchers pitching. So I'm just giving the pitchers a 1 skill for the batting, and then whatever their skill is for the pitching. So it'll be Rogers, Solorzano, and Murillo for the Cubs. Cubs are batting first. And we look at the pitcher. So we say the batter minus the pitcher, so that's a +3. And a 7 on a +3 is going to be a ground out with an error check. A 2 on an error check is a 1 base error, and we're going to start the game like that. So runner at first base on the error. We have a +4. A 5 on a +4 is a single. All base runners get 1 base, however many bases the hit is, unless otherwise stated. Another +4, a 6 to a +4 is going to be a walk with a chance at hit by pitch. It's not. It's going to be a walk, and that'll load the bases in the first inning. So more of the same here. A 4 to a +3 is going to be a long single. So that's going to be a single, and everybody's going to get 2 bases. So that guy scores, that guy scores, and this one is going to go to third base. So 2 RBI single for Tucker, the third baseman, and then one more 2-star guy is Villagomez. He is about to be retired. He'll be a Hall of Famer catcher. So a 7 to a +4 is going to be a ground out, and with a runner at first base, that's going to be a double play, but it is going to score the run from third base. So fielder's choice, 1, 2 outs, and he scores on the fielder's choice. Because it's a double play, there's no RBI, but a 3-0 lead for the Cubbies. 10 to a +3 is going to be a flyout, and that'll be out number 3. But Chicago puts up 3 runs in the first, and they lead 3-0 over the Cardinals. Cardinals are going to send up Griffin, Burton, and Casanova. Griffin has a +1. A 2 is going to be a home run as he hits a jack to start the season. And that's a solo bomb for Griffin. An 8 to a +1 will be a flyout. That's out number 1. A 5 to a +2, and that will be a walk. So Casanova, their big 5-star player, walks, or 5 skill player. Next up is Guajardo. He is a 4 skill player. An 8 to a +1 is going to be a flyout. That'll be out number 2. No runner advancement there. And a 4 to an even Steven player. That is a walk. So that'll put 2 on with 2 out, 1 already in. A 7 is going to be a flyout, and that's going to be caught for out number 3. So St. Louis comes back, excuse me, with 1 in the bottom of the first. 3-1 is our score. Trevino, Larson, and Jacobs. This time I'm going to remember these are at-bats. So 8 to a +2 is going to be a ground out. Quick snap throw to first, gets him. And next up is Larson. He's a +1, and an 11 is going to be a strikeout. And Jacobs, the pitcher, he's a 6, and even Steven there, that's going to be a base hit for the pitcher. A little nerve-wracking for the manager. And we go back to the big dogs at the top. +3 and 8 is going to be a flyout. That'll be out number 3. So Chicago strands a base runner, and we head to the bottom of the second. It is 3-1. 7 to Rodriguez, who is even Steven. That's going to be a flyout. Out number 1. A 9 to a player who's even is going to be a ground out. A little chopper. And a nice play at second base. And lastly, the pitcher, who is, because we have 3 here, so it's 1 minus 3 is a -2, which means you don't go off of the batter advantage side, you go off the pitcher advantage side. So a -2, it's very simple gameplay. 7 on a -2 is a flyout, deep fly ball, but playable. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Jacobs. We go to the top of the third. 3-1 Cubs. Cubs are going to send up Solorzano, Murillo, and Tucker, sort of the heart of their order here. So 2 5s and a 4. A 10 to a +4 is going to be a strikeout. So second K of the day for Stevens. A 7 to Murillo. He is a +4 player. That's a ground out. So 2 quick outs here in the third. And Tucker, who has a 2 RBI single, he is up a +3. So that'll be a ground out with an error check. 3 is no error on the play. So that's a 1-2-3 inning for Stevens, his first 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the third. It is top of the order, Griffin, Burton, and Casanova. Griffin with a leadoff homer in this game, but an 11 to a +1 is going to be a strikeout. 6 to a +1 is a single, long single. No runners on base, so nothing affected there. Burton now 1 for 2. Casanova, the only 5 skill player on the team, a 5 to a +2 is going to be a walk, as he's had 2 walks in this game. Not a bad idea to walk that guy. An 11 to a +1 is a strikeout. 11s and 12s, generally strikeouts. In fact, I think for everybody, an 11 and a 12 is a strikeout. And then a 6 to an even Steven is going to be a single. So 2-out single is going to score a run as everybody gets 2 bases. That'll be an RBI single for Torres, who is 1 for 1. Runner on first goes to third. And so we have runners at the corners with 2 outs. 5 to an even player is a fly out with runner advancement, but with 2 outs. It's not going to do anything, but St. Louis climbing back into this one. They're down 3-2. We go to the top of the fourth. It is Villagomez, Sanchez, and Trevino. Villagomez grounded into a double play his first time up. 9 to a +4 is going to be a fly out. That'll be out number 1. He's now 0 for 2. Last game I played, he was 6 for 6. A 9 to a +3 is a pop out for out number 2. He gets under it. And Trevino +2 is going to be a fly out for out number 3. So squeeze it for a third out. Jacobs out there again with another 1-2, or Stevens with another 1-2-3 inning. And we go to the bottom of the fourth. 3-2 is our score. Rodriguez is even Steven. A 9 is going to be a ground out. A little tapper. Nice play made. Santillan, the center fielder, he is 0 for 1. He grounded out his last time up. This time He's going to ground out again. Has a nice play coming in hard at shortstop and makes a snap throw. Stevens to the plate. He is a -2, so a 7 to a -2 is a fly out. Another deep fly ball. He's getting just under it, but another 1-2-3 inning for Jacobs. And it will be Larson, Jacobs, and Rogers for the Cubbies. They're up 3-2, hanging on to a slim lead. Stevens goes out there. He's a +1. He can go. They can go 7 without any sort of change to their skill. If they go out in every inning after 7 that the starting pitchers go out, you subtract 1 from their skill. So it's not going to affect Stevens, but it will affect Jacobs. So an 8 to Larson. He is a +1. It's going to be a fly out, and that'll be out number 1. The pitcher. 7 to an even Steven is going to be another fly out. So a couple of fly outs here in the 5th inning. And we get a 6 to Rogers. A 6 to a +3 is a walk. And then finally a 9 to a +4 is going to be a fly out to medium center field. And Solorzano is 1 for 3 now. The Cubs do not score in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th, back to the top of the order for the Cards. It will be Jacobs against Griffin, Burton, and Casanova. Griffin 1 for 2 with a homer. 6 to a +1 is a long single, so he's got 2 hits on the day. 1 on for Burton, the left fielder. He's a 4-star or 4-skill player. A 9 to a +1 is a fly out, but the runners advance. It's actually a fly out, but the runners on 2nd and 3rd advance 1 base. So that's actually going to be not this guy. Casanova, 7 to a +2 is a fly out. Another fly out with no advancement as that's hit into short left field. And oh boy, Guajardo gets a hold of one. He is a +1, and a 2 is going to be a jack. That's going to put the Cardinals ahead with a 2-run homer. The home crowd is going nuts as the Cardinals take their first lead. I think ever against the Cubs. They've never had a lead, but they lead this one by a score of 4-3. It'll be Torres to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI, and here he's going to go back-to-back. As the 3rd homer of the day for the Cardinals gives them a 2-run cushion. It's now 5-3. He's 2 for 2. Oh my gosh. It fell over to a 1, and Reyes back to back. Wow. Man. 3 homers in a row, 4 runs in the inning. A 9 to an even player is going to be a ground out. That will end the inning. But 4 runs come across. It's now 6-3 St. Louis over Chicago. Murillo to the plate. He is a +4. And 8 to a +4 is going to be a fly out. And that's out number 1. And 8 to a +3 will be another fly out. So 2 fly outs in the inning. And let's see what Villa Gomez can do. He's 0 for the day. A 9 to a +4 is going to be 3 flyouts in the inning. So Stevens living dangerously here in the 6th, but he gets away with it. It's 6-3 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Santillan is a 3, so even Steven. 7 is going to be a fly ball, and that is out number 1. Stevens to the plate. He's got an 11. That'll be a strikeout. 11 is actually going to be a strikeout looking. So we'll give him the old backwards K. And then back to the top of the order with Griffin. Griffin, an 8. So maybe you can see that a little bit better. Griffin with an 8. He's 2 for 3. 8 to a +1 is going to be a fly out, and he'll be 2 for 4. That's the 3rd out of the inning. 1-2-3 inning for the Cardinals. And we go to the top of the 7th. It is 6-3 St. Louis over Chicago. little bit of a surprise. Let's see if Chicago can get to Stevens here. Stevens going out for the 7th. He'll face off against a +3 player. 7 to a +3 is going to be a ground out, but we have a 1. That's going to be a 2-base error. So potential mistake there. 10 to a +2 is a flyout, but the runner at second is going to advance. So deep fly ball to right field advances the runner to third. And that's going to be Larson to the plate. A 9 to a +1 is going to be another fly out, but there's runner advancement there. So runners at second and third as they sacrifice fly their way around to another run. It will be Larson with the sacrifice fly, makes it 6-4. We're going to send Jacobs out there. He's going to strike out looking for the third out of the inning, but small ball, Chicago plays. They get another run. It's now 6-4. Going out for another inning is Jacobs. Jacobs is facing Burton, Casanova, and Guajardo. Burton is 1 for 3. A 6 to a +1 is going to be a long single. So he's now 2 for 4 with a run scored. An 8 to Casanova, who's a +2, is going to be a ground out, but this is a slow roller. The only play is at first. And so the runner's going to advance to second base. Brings up Guajardo. He hit a home run in his last at bat. He's a +1. 5 is going to be a ground out with runner advancement. So again, the only play at first, and the runner advances. And Torres to the plate, last chance. He is a 9 to an even, and that will be a ground out. So 3 ground outs in the inning. They almost get the man around to score, but they strand a runner at third. It's 6-4, and we are going to the top of the 8th inning. We're going to get a new pitcher. Let's put Rice in the game. He is a 2. And so we have a new pitcher here. So that gives him a little bit better chance. So instead of a +3, he's just a +2, which moves his column a little bit. So 9 to a +2 is going to be a pop out. St. Louis in danger of stealing one, but Solorzano says, I don't think so, as he drives one deep into the night, and that will be a solo home run. That makes it 6-5 as Chicago trying to creep into this one. Murillo to the plate. He's a +3. 5 to a +3 is going to be a single as he follows up with a base hit. And Tucker, who is a 4-star player, 9 to a +2, will be a pop out. That'll be out number 2. Runner at first base. Oh my gosh. Villa Gomez reaches out and touches them all as he cranks one into the center field stands. And that is going to put the Cubs ahead. And it is now Sanchez to the plate. Sanchez with a +2. 4 to a +2 is a ground out, and that will end the inning. So 3 runs come across for the Cubs. They now lead at 7-6. And we're going to bring in one of their big studs here. So Chicago has, let's bring in Morrison. He's a 4. And it will be Reyes to the plate. Reyes 1 for 3. A 7 to a -1 is a ground out. That's out number 1. A 7 to an even, a -1, another ground out. And a 9 to a -1 is going to be a ground out with an error check. So that's actually going to be a 2-base error. And then lastly, we'll get a pinch hitter here for the Cardinals. Pinch hitter will be It's either Pedroza or let's get Mills into the game. He's a 2. So a 10 to a -2 is a strikeout. So that ends the inning. No runs come across. We go to the top of the 9th. It will be Kim into the game. He's a +2. And he faces the bottom of the order. It's a 5 to a +1 is a ground out. An 8 to an even is a ground out. That'll be out number 2. And then we'll get a pinch hitter for the Cubs. It will be let's bring in the catcher, Hart. So Hart will be an 11 to a 2. I'm sorry, a 0. That'll be a strikeout. And that ends the threat for them. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. For the Cubs, it will be what's his name? His name is Enriquez. So Enriquez is a 5 skill pitcher. He'll face the top of the order. Last chance for the Cardinals to break through here. They're down by 1, 7-6. A 7 to a -1 is a ground out. Oh, sorry. A 9 to a -1 is going to be a ground out with an error check. No error on the play. And final chance here, a 9 to a even Steven. That is going to be a ground out, and that's going to end the game. As the Cubs come back in this one, they win by a score of 7-6. And that will be it. So this is week 1, game 1. That game felt a lot better than previous games did. But you can see there's play-by-play. For this is a play-by-play module, and you can see the teams here. So we have all their skill levels, and you can use those. Here's their relievers and their starters here. And you can use those to play out an entire season of games, which is what I plan to do. So we'll play a little bit more this season as it goes along. Leave a comment if you have any questions or comments. Be sure to like and subscribe to the video, to the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions about the game, just leave them. You can see it plays really quickly, and you can kind of burn through games just using the one sheet here. And it's got all of your base running and stamina sort of rules here. There's a few ground out, fly out rules, and then this tells you what the dots mean over here. For the most part, this one is a ground out, but these are their hits and strikeouts and stuff like that, and what to do with those. So very simple game engine, but definitely gets the job done, and you can play games quickly so that you can therefore get into the off season and then back into playing games. But it gives you a little bit more time with the players, which is really what I wanted to do. I wanted to kind of feel these players a little bit more. So, all right. I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.